Hello, I'm Matujama and you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime at 9. Workers of Alkim Health Science Private Limited in Sikkim has staged a dharna demanding salary enhancement and threatened to close the national highway if their demands are not fulfilled. Dissatisfied with the salary, the workers of Alkim Health Science Private Limited, a pharmaceutical company at Samardang, South Sikkim, has started strike demanding increase in salary. Workers have gathered in the company campus. The Naga Students Federation has objected to the mode of examination as notified by the Nagaland Staff Selection Board, wherein the via voce component forms 12.5% of the total marks for each group of the advertised vacancies in the recently set requirement examination to be conducted by the board. The NSF conducted a press conference today at the NSF office in Kohima regarding the NSSB recruitment. The Federation appreciated the government for exercising political will and giving out advertisements for recruitment to more than 600 vacant posts through the NSSB. Addressing the media, the NSF said the reason why it fought for this NSSB was to ensure meritocracy, fairness and transparency in the process of examination.
We are demanding either to scrap, if not minimize, the percentage marks allotted for Viva or physicals. Our intake with the commission board and the secretaries are concerned. In any manner, we don't want this NSSB to put on hold, because we want to ensure that the system, as per it is advertised, we want examination to be conducted. At the same time, any departments who are yet to send the requisite posts, they can keep sending, and they can be accommodated, and there should not be any hindrance in the NSSB or to minimize the marks allotted for Viva voice. We are all aware that Nagaland state government has excess number of appointment in government sector. However, there is no work efficiency, and for which we younger generation, we demand that there should be a right person for the right job. And we feel that NSSB is the right board to bring transparency in the system of governance. Why transparency in the system of governance is because we need right person for the right job. And we need work efficiency in any system of governance at any level. And for which we really anticipate that NSSB, the process of examination conducted NSSB, will able to recruit the right person for the right job.
The Federation said Nagaland state government has excess appointments in the government sector, but there is no work efficiency, and for which the younger generation demands that there should be a right person for the right job. Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's recent visit to India marked the advent of a significant chapter in the New Delhi-Dhaka bilateral relationship. The highly anticipated visit witnessed a number of agreements signed and the two sides committing to further bolstering their time-tested partnership. While the two countries reviewed the entire gamut of ties, as many as 7 MOUs spanning across the energy sector, water sharing, railways and IT were inked.
पिछले कुछ सालों में हमारा आपसी सहयोग भी हर क्षेत्र में तेजी से बढ़ा है। आज बांग्लादेश भारत का सबसे बड़ा डेवलपमेंट पार्टनर और क्षेत्र में हमारा सबसे बड़ा ट्रेड पार्टनर है।
We focus on possible ways to materialize our commitment and accommodate each other's priorities in a mutually beneficial manner. Connectivity, trade and commerce, investment, water resources management, security, border management and lines of credit are some of the areas we discussed.
A crime investigation department officer was found dead in mysterious circumstances inside a hotel in Guwahati's Bangargarh area on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as one Nirmal Bhuyan, a resident of Nalbari, according to sources. The deceased CID officer had booked a room for himself in the hotel since May 4. The reason for the death is not yet known. A police investigation is currently underway. Deceased CID officer stayed at Hotel Bagban near Bangargarh area in Guwahati.
আগতে আমাৰ ইয়াতে আহিছিলে 4 মাহ আগতে আহি পেলাই তেওঁ যেতিয়া ৰুমটো চেকিং কৰিছিলে তো সেই সময়ত তেওঁক আমি দুটামান তেওঁ আমাক কৈছিলে যে মই আপোনাৰ এতিয়া অথৰিটি চাই দিলে এছআই হয় তো সেই হিচাপে মোক মানে কিবা যদি বস্তু দৰকাৰ ফুড যেনেকুৱা ফুড হওক ইটো তো যিকোনো বস্তু আমি আপোনালোকে ইনফৰ্ম কিন্তু মোৰ ৰুমত আপোনালোকে আহিব নালাগে কিবা সেইটো আগতে কৈছিলোঁ সেই হিচাপে তেওঁক আমি আমাৰ যিটো দিনত মানে হোটেলৰ ফালৰ পৰা যিটো আমাৰ দায়িত্ব বা এটা আমাৰ যিটো ৰুল আছে সেই হিচাপে আমি তেওঁক ভিজিট কৰোঁ ৰুম চুমখিনি গোটেইখিনি চফা কৰি দিওঁ তেনেকৈ গোটেইখিনি কৰি আছিলোঁ 4 মাহ ধৰি তো লাষ্ট টাইম কি হ'ল আপোনাৰ পৰহি ৰাতি আমি তেওঁক খানা খানা গোটেইখিনি দিলোঁ পানী দিলোঁ কিবা কৰি কৰি পেলাই আপোনাৰ যোৱাকালি আপোনাৰ যেতিয়া খানা শুই পেলাই উঠা তেওঁ টেষ্টটো অকণ বেলেগ আছে কিন্তু নৰ্মেলি আপোনাৰ 6-7টামান তেওঁ শুই পেলাই টোপনিৰ পৰা উঠে মানে টোপনিৰ পৰা উঠাৰ পিছত কি হ'ল আপোনাৰ যোৱাকালি আপোনাৰ 8মান বজাত আমি আমাৰ চাৰ্ভিচৰ পৰা খানা অৰ্ডাৰ পঠাই দিলোঁ দৰ্জাখন তেওঁ যেতিয়া অ'পেন নকৰিলে যোৱাকালি ৰাতি
A result of continuous rainfall for 2 days on September 11 and 12th in Wokha district, reports of flooding are being received from Bandari subdivision in the district. Lowland areas such as Bhakti, Lipi and other villages besides farms are reportedly flooded as reported yesterday, September 12th. Many farms and houses were submerged with water levels rising up to 1 meter at some residential homes as reported by localities in Bhakti. At Lipi, Yamhom area, one RCC bridge was partially damaged. In the old Ralan area, minor damage was reported. Bhakti is a valley in Wokha district and has cultivation, plantations and fish farming areas. Many fisheries have been washed away, farmers of Bhakti reported. Occasionally, the area faces flood due to poor irrigation dams that have been set up to prevent high water. Besides, poor waterways also affect the course of rivers which affect cultivation areas. There was no report on loss of life or casualty. A continued flow of water at Bhakti was being reported till filing of this report.
이조 fit 따로 하닥 주 있을 거야. 야모 에리아 호로바니 포즈 애들이 에카르 스탁 애들이 맨 로모레 어째 중화도 어쩌다나 애들이
Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited fuel station called HSF and MS Marcofed retail outlet was inaugurated at Arkong Wart Mokokchung today. The chairman of Marcofed, Dr. M. Chuba Au, informed that they entered the market with the oil marketing company HPCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited and Bharat Petroleum Limited and target to set up 39 retail fuel stations in the state.
This Marcofed is a Nagaland State Cooperative Marketing and Consumer Federation. So our main aim is to promote the marketing. So we have entered with the oil marketing company HPCL, IOCL, BPC. So this Mokokchung we have chosen to be given this under HPCL with agreement. So our system is that we have to acquire land. So our brother who is Intimart, he has given this land. We had made an agreement so that this will be run by the Markup officially, but locally they have to cooperate with us. So that is why we have given this license from the Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited or run this petrol pump in the name of Marcofed Mokokchung. So we will provide the best quality of the without any adulteration of the oil plus measurement without any compromising. So this sample fail and measurement, these two we will not be compromising this one, so that people of Mokokchung and people who are coming and passing through this road will be benefiting with the best petrol available in the Regarding gas, so there is a three company operating in India, that is Bharat Gas, then HP Gas, then Indian IOC Gas. So in Nagaland, mostly IOC they're doing the marketing, and Bharat Gas hardly they could penetrate. But till today, Hindustan Gas is not yet come. But correspondence is going on. But it's the government of India certain policy because of market, because it is a market. Still, some rural area people are using firewood. So marketing also having a problem. It may take little time, but we are continuously pressurizing that in order to save the environment, firewood to be stopped, using stop. So for that, I think we are trying. I think it may take little time, but it will come one day. Thank you.
Dr. M. Chubao, landowner Imtimar Jamir, disclosed that the land has been leased for 40 years with an aim to provide easy accessibility to fuel refill inside the town centre, since most of the refilling stations are set up in the remote area under Mokokchung town. The case of alleged physical assault on a driver by personnel of the 14th Indian Reserve E. Koi has been resolved between the parties in concern. The August 23 FIR filed by the Long Marcha Area Citizens Union of Kifire Town against the 14th IR E. Koi. The union clarified today that the issue of physical assault by the 14th Indian Reserve personnel on the citizen, who was reportedly a driver, had now been solved between the two parties peacefully. When urged for further details about the agreement between the parties, they refused to comment on it. In a surprising development, arch political rival PJP and CPIM have come under the same roof to form a panchayat body in Tripura's Unakoti district. The peculiar political realignment took place at Srinathpur Gram Panchayat in the Gornagar Rural Development Block. The panchayat body was dissolved after a majority of the members moved a no-confidence notice against the former chief and Deputy Chief of the Panchayat months ago. The CPIM is the main opposition party in the ruling PJP-IPFT coalition in Tripura.
আজকে শ্রীনাথপুর পঞ্চায়েতে প্রধান এবং উপপ্রধানের নির্বাচন দিন নির্ধারণ করা হয়েছিল ফ্রম ডিস্ট্রিক্ট পঞ্চায়েত অফিসার ঊনকোটি ডিস্ট্রিক্ট। তো অ্যাকর্ডিংলি আমাকে প্রিসাইডিং অফিসার হিসেবে নির্বাচিত করা হয়। তো আমরা এস পার পঞ্চায়েত অ্যাক্ট আমরা যা প্রসিজার আমরা করেছি, এখন অবধি প্রধানের যে সিটটা ওইটা নির্বাচন সম্পন্ন হয়েছে, কিন্তু উপপ্রধানের যে ওখানে টাই হয়েছে এবং যে পঞ্চায়েত নিয়ম অনুযায়ী যে লট টাই ব্রেকারের যে নিয়মটা ছিল লট, আমি প্রপোজ করি এজ এ প্রিসাইডিং অফিসার। বাট যারা মেম্বাররা আছেন উনি আমার যে সিস্টেমটা উনি তারা ডিসএগ্রি করেছেন, তার জন্য এটা অমীমাংসিত আছে এবং আমি আমার হায়ার অথরিটির কাছে এটা সাবমিট করব ফার্দার ডাইরেকশন বা ডিসিশনের জন্য।
প্রধান হিসাবে প্রধান কে নির্বাচিত হয়েছে?
প্রধান হিসাবে নির্বাচিত হয়েছে ইন্নুস আলী মহোদয়।
ধন্যবাদ স্যার।
Political complications emerged in the panchayat as none of the major political parties could secure a majority alone. In the 13-member panchayat board, 6 seats were backed by the Saffron party, while the CPIM came second with 5 seats. The Congress party won 2 seats in the beginning. The CPIM and the Congress formed the board by owing to allegations of large-scale rigging. The majority of members served a no-confidence notice against the board. Accordingly, a new board was formed by the PJP in the support of CPI members. Yunus Ali was elected the new Pradhan of Chief of the Panchayat Board. Meghalaya's Trinamool Congress legislator George P. Leungto and other TMC leaders met with Birbor Yangtam, the president of the Meghalaya Government Lower Primary School Contractual Teachers Association, who had been on an indefinite strike outside the secretariat for days now. Expressing concern over the plight of the teachers, Leungto said most of them have crossed the upper age limit, some are disabled and a few have passed away. He said the government violated the teachers' rights to employment and livelihood by ignoring them.
Even when the contractual teachers were cut off from the service by the government, and so that was immediately done without thinking about the consequences. Now they have constantly raised issues about the age limit, because most of the teachers, they have already crossed the legal limit of applying for government jobs. They also have not been taken into consideration. Some teachers are handicapped also, and some of them have even lost their lives because they couldn't have any kind of sustenance to meet their requirements for medicines and all. So now what we've seen is that the government has constantly been ignoring this issue. Now I feel now this has become a human rights issue, not only the issue of employment, where we have denied them of a livelihood, where in spite of the fact that they have been serving the schools for nearly more than a decade. Now that they have not been accommodated in any other part of the state or service, therefore it is a part of denying people of livelihoods, taking away the right to life, and it has become a human rights concern as well.
The legislator said the TMC will keep pursuing the matter with the government until the sacked teachers are reinstated. Yangtam has been on an indefinite hunger strike in front of the secretariat since September 7, demanding the reinstatement of contractual teachers. Meghalaya Assembly Speaker Metpa Leungto on Tuesday said action will be taken against Gambegre legislator Saling E. Sangma if he again uses unparliamentary words in the House. Strong action will be taken by the House against a member of any further repetition of such action in the future, and this is his ruling, Leungto said.
I would like to inform you that yesterday I had given a ruling of expunction on the Rule 304 of certain words used by Sri Saling E. Sangma, MLA. I would like to remind the honourable member that this House has a rich tradition of conducting its business in a decent and dignified manner. Therefore, it is our responsibility to uphold this tradition and be cautious in the use of any unparliamentary words and language used inside the House while participating in any debate or discussion. This is not only the only time that the honourable member had used such unparliamentary language, and I had to give a ruling for expunction from the House, even on earlier occasion. I am taking a very strong exception of the action of the honourable member, and strong action will be taken by the House to the honourable member any further repetition of such action in future. This is my ruling.
Leungto said this is not the only time that the member had to use unparliamentary language, and he had to give a ruling for expunging it from the proceedings of the House, even on another occasion. The Speaker said that the House has a rich tradition of conducting its businesses in a decent and dignified manner, and it is the responsibility of all members to uphold this tradition. Senior Advocate Mukul Rohatgi is set to be appointed as the 14th Attorney General of India after K.K. Venugopal vacates the post, said sources. This will be Rohatgi's second tenure as an AG after he served the post for the first time between June 2014 and June 2017. Earlier, a veteran lawyer and present Attorney General K.K. Venugopal expressed unwillingness to continue in the top law officer's post beyond September 30, citing health problems. Venugopal told a constitution bench of the Supreme Court last week that his tenure ends on September 30. Widely respected as a constitutional law expert, Venugopal succeeded Rohatgi as Attorney General on July 1, 2017 for a 3-year term. The 91-year-old Venugopal, who was given the 1-year extensions beyond his 3-year term by the union government, repeatedly expressed his unwillingness to continue in the post. Amidst the ongoing suspense over the death of actor and Bharatiya Janata Party leader Sonali Phogat, sister Rukesh has suspected political angle in the suspicious death of her sister. She thanked Kap Panchayats for exerting pressure on the government for a CBI probe into the matter. The new Ministry of Home Affairs on Monday gave its nod to the Central Bureau of Investigation to take over the probe into the suspicious death of BJP leader Sonali Phogat in Goa. According to MHA sources, CBI will take over the case for further investigation. On Sunday, a Kap Mahapanchayat was held in Hisar demanding a CBI inquiry into the death of Sonali Phogat. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.